State of Search.
This is the State of Search News Roundup for week 32, August 23, 2010. The State of Search News Roundup is provided by stateofsearch.com, where we look at what's going on in the world of search and social. Hi, here we are again with another episode of the State of Search News Roundup. Yet another week, 5 weeks in a row, we try to give you the most important news of what went on in search and social in the past week. Be sure to check out the website, stateofsearch.com, and the post which accompanies this specific video. You can find all the links to all the articles and topics discussed there. We've got a lot of news this week, so let's get started really quickly. So here's what we highlighted for you this week. This week, a lot of topics. We talk about Google, Google products, Google acquisitions, and more. We talk about Binghu, Facebook Places, blogging, and working for Mr. Eric Schmidt. The news that Facebook was going to announce something made many talk about what it might be. It turned out to be something which was kind of to be expected, a location-based service by Facebook. With Facebook Places, you can let your friends know where you are. Similar to Foursquare and Gowalla, you can choose a venue nearby and check in there. What's different is that also friends on Facebook can now check you in. That could be tricky, but you can also choose to turn off that functionality entirely. With Facebook Places, don't confuse it with Google Places, by the way, Facebook steps into yet another area which already has some providers, like for example Foursquare and Gowalla. It's another example of a major brand developing their own version of a successful service, like Twitter did with the tweet button recently. If you look carefully at the logo of Google Places, there's an interesting something to it. Doesn't this look like there's a 4 within the square there? Over to Google. It was a brilliant spot by Rob Ousbey, currently running the Distilled offices in Seattle. He spotted a test Google performed in the search engine result pages with the live updating results. We are all familiar with the autosuggest feature Google uses when you start typing your query. This feature does the same, but instead of simply auto-suggesting the topic, it shows updated results based on what you've typed so far. Pretty interesting stuff, which will change the way people look at pages and thus change the way we optimize and advertise on these pages. Google has confirmed to Techcrunch that what Ousbey saw indeed was real. When and if it will be rolled out completely remains to be seen and is yet uncertain, but it's a good spot by Rob. At the same time, Google, just before the weekend, announced another big update which might have the same or even more impact on how we do our SEO. Until now, you could only see 2 results of the same website in the search results. Google now, however, changed their algorithm so that from now on, you can get any number of results from the same website in the results pages. This will make the possibility of owning the entire front page much more likely, especially when it comes to brands. In combination with universal search, videos, images, news, blogs, etc., the chances of owning that first page have increased significantly. The start of the integration was announced a couple of weeks ago, but since last week it's official. Yahoo Search is now powered by Bing. After starting the integration early last week, Bing now powers the English language organic search results on Yahoo Search in the US and Canada. Tests done by SEO Book show that the results indeed are integrating. Many search result pages on Yahoo and Bing now have the same results. We stay with Yahoo for a minute to talk about a possible acquisition. According to Kara Swisher of All Things D, Yahoo is looking to buy Cafe Mom for no less than $100 million. Cafe Mom is a social networking and community site aimed at mothers. It's a good example of how Yahoo is more and more evolving from a search company to a content and social company. Staying with acquisitions, Google acquired Like.com, a product search engine that uses visual search to find similar products. The acquisition should be seen in the light of buying people and buying patterns. With the buy of the service, Google also bought Riya, the company which developed Like. Google wants to have the people and the patents within their own company so they can control it and make use of their knowledge. It's a proven concept for Google acquisitions. The product itself, after all, never really was successful, and is compared to Wave. Nobody understood how it works. Some Google product news now. Universal search has proven to be successful for Google, at least the users like it. Reason for Google to expand the service. Mashable reported that Google is planning on releasing universal search for Gmail, Docs and sites. With this, you will be able to search all these products from one place, namely Gmail. Google Apps Search can be found in Gmail Apps already. You can use it, therefore. The feature extends search with Google Docs and site results, and once activated, the Search Mail button changes to Search Mail and Docs. A search now will not only look through Gmail, but also through 20 related Google Docs or sites. Meanwhile, another Google team has been busy. The team which runs Webmaster Tools launched an update to the service. They introduced a new method of verifying your website in Google Webmaster Tools using the Google Analytics asynchronous code to verify your site. Google also improved their interface for verification by adding more information about the different verification methods. It seems as if Google has also been working on their local results filters. We have seen them before, but they are now appearing on more generic terms like hotels. With these filters, you can search within the results for a specific area or zip code. So far, it only seems to be working in the US. We haven't seen it in Europe yet. If you have seen it in Europe, please let us know so we can dive into that. It used to be a hell of a job remembering 5 different passwords, or 10 or whatever, for 5 different services. With the growing number of services, it hasn't become easier, but luckily there are third-party login options like OAuth. Identity management provider Jan Rain researched which of these options are the most popular ones. Google and Facebook continue to dominate the websites that offer third-party login options. Google is the biggest one. In specific areas, however, like magazines and music sites, Facebook is the most used service. More statistics, and these are statistics a blogger, and I'm a blogger, likes. eMarketer is giving us numbers showing that 1 in 3 companies will have a public-facing blog for marketing this year, rising to a 34% in 2012. This means more and more marketers start blogging and see the use of it, which of course is a good thing. Google CEO Eric Schmidt, there he is again. He seems to be looking for link bait. He just keeps on delivering quotes which raise eyebrows left and right. This week he talked to the Wall Street Journal and he was quoted saying, "I don't believe society understands what happens when everything is available, knowable and recorded by everyone at the same time." He predicts that every young person one day will be entitled to automatically change his or her name on reaching adulthood in order to disown youthful hijinks stored on their friends' social media sites. So you can screw up on Facebook and then change your name. Not bad. You might be right, though I'm not sure about that. But you start wondering what Mr. Schmidt himself has to hide from his past with all these kind of remarks. Maybe he's changed his name, or has he been Mr. Schmidt always? He's quite a character, at least, Mr. Schmidt. And sometimes I wonder what it would be like to work with someone like him. If you do too and you really want to work for Google, there might be chances. The Guardian in the UK reports that Google is hiring 200 people to come and enforce their European headquarters in Dublin, which seems like good news for us Europeans because the Google complex in Dublin is growing. Google will open a new operation centers with developers working on some of its location-based products, including maps and places, but not Street View, which of course is subject to a lot of trouble in Europe. But if you are a developer and if you are working on local stuff and you want to work with Google, here's your chance. Finally, last week it was time for SES San Francisco, and if you're in search, you haven't missed it because the Twitter was all over it. A big success according to the organizers and many attendees. And if you want to see what went on in San Francisco, go to our special event page, Search Engine Strategy / SES San Francisco 2010, where we have all the posts, both on and off state of search, pictures, videos, tweets, podcasts, and more, all collected together. A must place, a unique place to catch up on SES San Francisco. Well, that's it again for this week. Be sure to follow us on Twitter. state_of_search, and also the website stateofsearch.com. All the links to the articles mentioned in this video are available on the website. Also be sure to tune in for our Webmaster Radio show every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central European Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. I hope you enjoyed this video and will tune in next time for a State of Search News Roundup. Thank you, bye bye, and see you next week, I hope.